Hello and welcome to our market analysis. Let's start by looking at the Euro US dollar chart. As we can see here, we had an uptrend for some time and then the price started moving sideways, and we now have a slightly bias to the downside. As you can see, the slow moving average from up started pointing slowly down. Let's see what has happened. Yes, we have a slightly down direction. We had an inside bar here with a pin bar as well, so that was a short entry signal, assuming a downside movement if we have a downside bias. In general, in these situations where the price is moving sideways, we can try both entries, both long and short from the boundaries. So we can either look for shorts anywhere close to the upper boundary and longs anywhere to the low boundary. So the price out of this pattern moved down significantly, and now it is approaching the resistance, the support level here. So we will be looking for a potential long setup here for the price to bounce from that level and perhaps go back to the previous level. So we'll be looking at on the end of day and also on the intraday, on the 4-hour time frame. If we get a nice setup, we will try to go long at this level. Let's move to the Australian US dollar. There is a similar situation. We had an uptrend and now the price has started moving slightly downwards, so we will favor short trades. We had the first short entry from the inside bar here, so the price came down, bounced to that level, and it gave an inside bar setup for going short. So that was a potential short entry, and again another inside bar for a short entry. Then the price moved down and it came to the previous level and gave a pin bar. So that could be a potential signal for exiting our short entry and going long if we want. These are risky trades because we go against the trend, but because we are in a kind of a sideways market, we can also try both side trades very carefully. So that was a pin bar trade. It would give us 1 times 1.5 times our risk in terms of profit. So if we entered at the high of the bar with a protective stop at the low of the bar, and we set our profit target 1 or 1.5 times that risk, we would make that profit close to the high. And then again here the price bounced and gave an inside bar, so that's again a nice entry for going back short, because we are on a downtrend, we bounced and we have an inside bar. So the price came down after that setup, and now we have reached again this fairly strong support level here. So carefully we can also look for a potential long entry here in case the price bounces back. So we have an inside bar here. This pin bar is not a valid pin bar because it is at the opposite side, so we would either wait to get another proper pin bar on the daily time frame, since we also have a divergence here, so we have a mini divergence from here to here. We see that the MACD has failed to make a new low, so it's possible that the price will reverse. We can also look at the 4-hour time frame to get some signals here. So we have a pin bar here, so this is a potential setup for a long entry. We need our protective stop to be below the low to be safe, and our entry could be above the high of that bar, and that would give us a nice room for profit. even if we go for 1 or 1.5 times our risk, our profit exit could be around the high of those bars here. So this is a small intraday trade we could try, going a little bit against the trend, but relying on the strong support level here. On the British pound US dollar, again we had an uptrend, and now the price has changed direction, going down, as evidenced by the slow moving average. We had a huge inside bar pattern here. This is the outside bar, and we had many bars inside that, and that pattern broke down on the previous day and gave again another inside bar here. So this is a potential entry short in case the trend keeps going down, so we can enter at the low of the bar, have a protective stop at the high of this bar, and potential profit target above the next support level here. If the price reaches that level, we could also consider potential reversal long setups. But for now, our bias would be to the downside. Let's take a look at the US dollar Japanese yen. We have a down move, and we reached the previous level, which is a rather strong support level. Is hit like 3 times now, 1, 2, and now the 3rd time. And we also have a divergence, as you can see here. MACD failed to make a new low, with the price coming down below the level. So we can look for a potential long entry here. We can also check on the intraday time frame for those entries. So if we go to the 4-hour time frame, we see that we had a couple of pin bars here, one pin bar here, another pin bar here. So a good long entry that we actually took would be at the high of those pin bars, with a protective stop below the low. And our first initial profit target could be somewhere up here, and it could go as high as the next level here. So that's how we can enter a long trade with a protective stop below all the lows, and potential profit target anywhere from here up to just below the next level. On the British pound Japanese yen, again we have possibly a new downtrend starting. So we are looking for short entries. We had an inside bar set up here. So as you see, the price came down, reversed back bounce from that level a first time and a second time with an inside bar. So that was a setup for a short entry down here with a protective stop up here. And the price really came down. We probably hit our profit target, and we are looking now, in case the price retraces back to this level, to check for a potential long entry. So if the price comes down here, it gives us a MACD divergence and also gives us a nice setup either on the daily or on the 4-hour chart. We will look for going long. Otherwise, we will keep looking for short entries from bounces around this level. On the New Zealand dollar, we are moving just sideways. As you can see, price doesn't have any clear direction. We do not have any setups at this time, so we will be looking, we will be waiting to get some setups around the boundaries of the range. So either up here for going short or down here for going long. If we take a look at the long picture, we'll see that the price has been moving sideways from some time now, since early July. So we'll be just looking and monitoring the price coming to the boundaries here and here. On the gold chart, We had an uptrend and now a slightly downtrend, so we're biased to the short side. We are looking for setups bouncing from specific levels for going short. So if we get a setup up at that level, we look to go short, and we might consider, if we get a long setup below that level with a MACD divergence, to take a careful long entry. At this time we do not have any setups. Crude oil reversed from this strong resistance level here, so the price came here, bounced for 1, 2, 3 times, and now came really down. The trend has been pointing downwards for some time now, as evidence from the slow moving average. Here we have a rather strong support level, so yeah, if we check, this goes back from here and here and here, so we will consider taking a long here, because we also see a MACD divergence. MACD failed to make a new low as the price moved lower. So if we get a signal either on the daily chart, or also we'll be looking at the 4-hour chart, so if we get a nice pin bar or something, we will take that signal for going long. And we can have a profit exit below the next resistance level. So we'll be monitoring this chart tomorrow to see how it will behave. On the S&P, the price after the uptrend has started moving sideways and show some indications for starting a downtrend. We had the first inside bar pattern here, the first inside bar and the second inside bar pattern, which broke down. So that was the first signal of price going south, and we broke below this level with an inside bar, so that was a first setup for a potential short entry. Then we had another inside bar here that also broke very strong to the downside, and now we have approached this resistance level. So we will be looking for potential long entries close to this level. So if we get any setups close to this level, we will consider going long, and we'll keep looking for short entries if the price bounces back to this level. Similar with Nasdaq, after the uptrend, now we have a move sideways and a slight bias to the downtrend. We see the price starts moving down, and we have an inside bar here with a pin bar that broke below. We also had an inside bar before that, another inside bar before that also broke to the downside. So we had a couple of setups pointing down, and we will be looking to enter short if the price bounces back at that level. So if we get any setup back from above that level, we will be looking for entering short. And also if the price reaches this level and gives a setup with a MACD divergence and a pin bar, we will consider going long close to this support level. On the Australian dollar, we have a sideways move for some time now. As you see, the price just moves sideways without a clear trend since June actually, and right now we're in the middle of those strong levels. Let's go closer, let's take a look closer. We have a couple of pin bars here, so these indicate that we might have a move to the upside soon, but we will be waiting to see the price go to this strong level here, because we have been sideways for such a long time. We need to be careful and take only setups at the outside boundaries of the trending range. So we'll be looking for short entries close to this level and for long entries close to this level. Finally, on the DAX, the German index, we can see a strong move downwards, and now we have reached a very strong level here. That level goes back, really back. It comes from here, from the gap area here and the fractal here, and we see that still holds. So this is a strong level. We do not have a MACD divergence. We would like to have a MACD divergence to be more confident for going long, but since we are at a such strong level, we might consider a long entry here, or to be more safe, enter a limit order to go long around the middle of the bar. Our protective stop should be below this level, and the price could retrace as high as this level here. So we have a nice profit target and a nice profit to risk ratio. So this is a trade we can consider, either straight from the high of the pin bar or more conservative from a limit in case the price comes again below here, and we can enter long with a limit order and have a smaller risk because our stop loss would be closer to our entry point. So that's all for today. Have a nice weekend and nice trading.